done. Can you check? We're live. So we're on my hotspot.
Wasted it all away.
Hello. Wait.
Wait, what is that?
That's the video.
I just pressed the live on my live.
Yep, we're on.
We're live. Well done, Jane. Because I want to see. And then what? He changes the score.
How did she get the live stream up? My phone's not doing.
You're on the wrong one.
Ah, that's my bad.
That's pretty. What is that? What's that?
I'm so excited.
Why do you want your phone back? I tried to water for the drink, but I just throw it all over.
No, I want my phone back.
Hello, welcome everyone.
So proud of you. This is not 100 people.
Why?
Because they said the tickets were full.
Is that right?
Maybe they're letting more
okay.
people in. So.
Then leave my phone. You know what? Keep it. Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome everyone to the Varsity 2024 game. We have the ladies and the men's first teams.
For your commentator today, it will be Jay and Eloise. I'm an opposite and I play for men's too.
And I'm also opposite playing for women's too.
So you got both opposites for each team, for each genders. So it'll be fun. It'll be vibes.
Knowledgeable people.
Yeah, we'll be the most knowledgeable people on the court. We're just happy to be here.
Yeah, really excited.
Yeah. What do you think on who's gonna have the upper hand in this sort of like best of 5 set game?
Yeah, definitely a best of 5. I'm not too sure. I've never actually seen the Uni of Knots play like this team specifically, but I know that if the girls work hard enough from NTU, they could probably, scrape by, probably win it, but it's going to be a close call.
Yeah, I'd say I have more money on obviously NTU. I'd say 3-1 to a Trent win. I'm pretty sure that women's team for Uni Off is a solid matchup as well. So it's going to be loads of pressure. It's going to be loads of challenge for the NTU women's, but I'm pretty sure that they'll pull through. They got a really strong mental game. They have a very strong hitters, very solid receivers as well. Quite tall girls as well. So it's going to be great fun. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I don't know. I know that we have some good hitters, good blockers. It's going to be a tough game. Honestly, going to be a very tough game. Do you want to talk about the lineup?
Yeah, sure. So on the lineup for Trent, it will be for set number 1. It will be Ellie for setter, Emily for as a middle, so that's a strong middle. Opposite will be Uche, which normally plays as a middle, but she will be playing as opposite today, which will be an interesting watch. Outside hitter will be Adriana. Yeah, good hitter, solid receiver, solid passer, solid an all-arounder. And the libero for that team would be Freya. Now that's actually surprising. I thought it was going to be Gayatri, but it will be.
I'm sure she'll come on next game.
Yeah. So.
The women's one play first.
Yeah. And then on set 2, there's gonna be some sort of substitutions happening here. So Izzy is actually playing for opposite.
Okay.
Izzy is a third year, I believe. Solid hitter, solid blocker, quite tall for for her height. Which will be a very interesting matchup indeed. And yeah, and set number 2 will be Gayatri. So yeah, so Freya and Gayatri will be switching around for this game.
Gayatri is not actually a libero for her actual team. Gayatri is a middle and an outside. She plays very different roles, but she's a solid libero for women's one. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, very looking forward to this game, ladies and gentlemen. Biggest game, biggest event of the year. Really looking forward to see who's gonna win. Just so you guys know, if you guys want to watch the men's game, it will be streamed on Trend TV. It will be streamed on their YouTube channel, Trend TV, NTSV, I believe. Yeah, NTSV Trend TV. For
NS.
yeah, NSTV or something like that. Yeah. It will be our good friend Nathan and Seb over on that side commenting on the game for the boys.
Smart.
Yeah, looking very smart, looking very, very professional.
What do you think about the game? Have you seen Unioff play before? Have you seen Unioff play before?
For women's game, I've seen their women's free game going against our women's first. They lost to a very tight best of 5 series, 3-2. So it will be a very, very strong, a very, very close game. So it will be interesting to see.
So right now they're just warming up. Do we know what the AT is for starting?
Sorry?
Do we know when we're gonna start?
Yeah. So we'll start in like roughly 5 minutes time. So hitting through 4, hitting opposite and everything, and then serving. So for everyone who doesn't play volleyball, who is new to volleyball, we normally warm up each game by hitting through 4. So that's the left side of the court. And then after a few minutes, we'll switch over to the right side, which everyone's going to be free hitting line. And after that, it will be serving practice or serving warm up. now they're hitting some fours. Try and take a picture from the back angle. Take that.
How do you think commentate
Do we know who the captain is for our team?
I believe
What's her handle? Okay, so right now they're just getting the captains to do a coin toss. And basically that would just determine who serves and who receives and what side of the court they want to pick. And then we'll get on to some of the warm-ups, which should happen in about 2-3 minutes. Just whenever they've done with the coin toss. I said it again. I keep saying coin toss.
I don't think we've seen a lot of Izzy the whole year. Yeah, she hasn't played the whole year, so it will be interesting to see how that affects team chemistry. So hopefully Izzy is number 23.
What about number 4? We haven't seen a lot of number 4.
We haven't seen a lot of number 4 as well. What are your thoughts?
You know, they played as a team like the whole year, so to have some people who maybe have not played with them for the whole year could disrupt them. However, you know, they all get on as a team in general. They come to practices, so you know it could be the make or break of the team. So we'll just have to see.
Really exciting game here today. We got a packed sports hall. Everyone's here to support both our men's team and the women's team. We got everyone here coming from Uni of Nottingham, just to support the ladies and the boys.
We're going to do the celebration.
Yeah. Very exciting. Yep, and there it is. Everyone is making some noise. If you are not here, you ain't nowhere. This will be a very exciting game to watch. It is going to be a very exciting game here. Very exciting game.
By any chance are you excited, Jay?
I am excited.
Very excited. I mean, me too. Okay, so it looks like we've got Ellie and Lauren set up for setting.
We are going ahead and start warm-ups now. Going to hit fours or the left side of the net. It will be a really good warm-up for everybody. It is a very packed sports hall here.
I've never seen so many people playing volleyball all at once. It's very interesting. We got a lot of people lined up to watch. It's going to be a fun game. We have some signs going right now. Oh, Jay, tell me, what's your favorite sign that we've seen so far?
We got a few interesting signs here. We got one that says Uni of Nothing. That's a complete direct hit towards the opposing university. Then we got one that says eat them up. Eat them up. All in pink colour. Obviously supporting Nottingham Trent's colour scheme. Pink. We do love pink. On Tuesdays we wear pink. That's one of the signs that I've seen as well. That's actually really funny. It's It's actually really gonna be an interesting game.
Keep thinking 35 is Loughborough live.
Oh, it's eating it up.
Yeah. Loughborough live and Yannick.
So it looks like they have like
32. 30, huh? Easy. 35. It's high in shoelace.
We need like a stand here.
They got 1 and 10. That's crazy. What? Oh.
Who's doing the phone? Okay, so as you can see, they were hitting through 4, and now they've changed to the position for opposite, which is 2. After that, they'll be doing some service. How long do they usually last? It's like 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 5? Yeah, something like that. So basically, most people would agree, opposite's harder to hit in, but we're too skilled. We already know how to hit.
Yeah, to be fair, not a lot of people prefer hitting right side, but when they do, they normally just hit cross, and it's actually more favorable for people who's left-handed. Yeah, so hitting right side is actually quite difficult. But some people say actually that it is actually one of the easiest position out there, but it is debatable though. To be fair, it's hard. It's hard to jump, but to be fair, an opposite's job is to literally just hit, block, and set. Sometimes, to be fair.
What would you say is, like, in your opinion, like the hardest role? Because in my opinion, it would be the setter, because they have to run for so many balls, or the libero. There's a debate between the two.
In my personal opinion, if you actually see or watch NVL or National Volleyball League, they normally say middle blocker is actually the most hardest position out there. It's because you need to transition every time, every offense, every defense. You have to transition to offense immediately, so it's actually tiring. So if you watch Haikyuu, so for all Haikyuu fans out there, Hinata, the protagonist of the anime, the one with the orange hair, you can see how people actually commend him for running a lot. That's why, as a middle blocker, that's your job, is to actually run quite a lot. So out of all the Trent women's team, who's your favorite player?
Well, I have many friends on the team, so it's quite hard to be, select a certain person. But from a skill point of view, definitely have to go with, Lauren and Ellie, the setters. I think quite precise most of the time, maybe to screw up a little bit, but they do a good job. They're quite a solid part of the team. Adriana, solid receives, solid hits, pretty good and solid player. And the same as Uche as well. I think Uche is pretty good.
I told you only pick one, and then you started naming everyone.
I told you I can't just pick one.
Yeah. So as a team, they're actually a really solid lineup. Don't you agree? Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Sometimes teams don't always necessarily get on. And I feel like Trent, they have that bond outside of training. They go out together. So hopefully they will show that in this game.
All right, everyone's just getting ready to play for the game, and so far it's going to be a very exciting game. Sports hall is packed. Everyone's here to support both men's and women's volleyball game, which is happening at the same time actually, which is a first for everything. But normally we have one game each, but for this year we will be playing one game for both of them at the same time, so we can all enjoy the best of both worlds.
So, from what you can observe so far, have you noticed any good hitters on the other team? Any particularly strong people that you think could be quite dangerous against NTU?
If I'm completely being honest with you, Eloise, I haven't been really watching. I haven't really been watching the warm up really, because you don't. If you are here in this sports hall right now, you would agree with me when I say that it's hard to watch both courts at the same time. So it's hard to observe individual players. So I can't really put an opinion on that.
Jay, we're gonna have to focus on the women though. Come on.
But watching the men, they're looking all so sexy right now. I just can't help but look at the men, how they hit the ball really hard. But at the same time, in women's, they're looking very solid so far. They look really they look ready. They look ready to kill.
Yeah, I feel like with women, there's a lot more tactical play maybe than men's. Men's might be more for the show of the strong hits and the crazy sets. But honestly, the women's is as exciting. You've got really tactical play. A lot more to do with the bond, I think. A lot more to do with trusting your teammates. Whilst I feel like the men's more about going for that ball and hitting it as hard as you can.
Yeah, I agree with you, Eloise. It's just women's volleyball game is more chill, more slower pace, but it involves a lot more technical aspects into the game. It's not all about power as you mentioned about men's. It's not all about power. So everyone's all warmed up now, and everyone's just getting ready for the game to start. It will be a very, very, very fun game to watch.
I don't have the best view.
Alright, so if you guys are watching, please do comment down below who do you think will win this game and who do you think who do you support. It will be a very fun game to see, and it is such an honor to commentate this very grand event that only happens once a year.
Also, a big shout out to our referee today. We have Tui, who is in women's second. She has only been refereeing for maybe like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, but you know what? She's gonna be amazing, and it's just such a great opportunity for like everyone to be working together. We have Leo and Addy as our line refs. Also, people from Play for Fun and Rec. You know, we've got some good volunteers today, don't we? With some good volunteers. So from what we can see, it looks like the men are about to start.
Let's go, John! John!
Sorry for anyone listening, Jay is getting a little bit excited right now. Okay, I think the ladies are about to start. So, on the lineup, we have Uche, Zara, Adriana, we have Ellie and Emily and Sakura. And it looks like Izzy will be coming in shortly. Is it? Who is our leader first?
Who's the what? It will be Freya. Yeah, it will be Freya starting as the starting libero for today.
This is gonna be too hard.
Yeah, this is gonna be too hard. Observing 2 games at the same time is actually gonna be really tough. Yeah, we have to be very professional. We have to focus on the women's game and commentate on it. Very tough.
Okay, so as we can see,
So yeah, University of Nottingham serving first. It will be number 6 Edwards. Can't remember her name, but I played beach volleyball with her. Yeah, I played beach volleyball with her last summer. I met her beach volleyball sessions in Uni Off, and she's actually a really solid player. So let's see what she got what she got in her bag today in terms of serving.
Yasmin, I think her name is.
Oh yeah, Yasmin. So we got Yasmin as a server for today.
It looks like Uche has the wrong t-shirt on. Wrong number. Oh, and it's the wrong way around as well.
Okay, so we got the game underway here. Adriana with the receive with the overpass, surprising overpass over there. And
First point goes to NTU.
yeah, first points go to NTU. Unioff couldn't really send the free ball over. Everyone is still warming up.
Would you like to explain what a free ball is?
A free ball is basically if you don't have any options to attack, you just send the ball over as high as possible or as very close to the edge.
Lovely serve.
Lovely serve from Emily right there, our middle blocker.
She's a left-hander now.
She's actually, fun fact about Emily, she's actually a left hand, so it's quite difficult to block and receive her touches. Ellie with a really good set about Adriana, and a solid hit that resulted.
Smash from Adriana.
Yeah, super smash from Adriana right there. Really good hit. Really good set from Ellie. Really good.
And actually, a surprising save from Emily with her one-handed save. But unfortunately, she did not manage to get it over the net for her service. Oh, never mind. It looks like they're doing it again.
You want me to be loud?
And that is in from Emily. Ooh, solid hit from number 17, is there? No, yeah, 17. And a good push.
Ellie with the middle. Really nice. Really good defense here by Nottingham Trent at the minute. Just couldn't get their passes to Ellie at the same time. And the hit went outside. So that's a point to NTU. That's quite unfortunate right there, but
He did some very good serves. Unfortunately, sometimes you just can't get it over. It's very hard to tell sometimes, especially because it looked like Emily was going quite cross court and very hard, so she went a bit too soft that time and it just didn't work.
All right, we got Uni off serving right here. A really good serve. Oh, now that's unfortunate. Adriana, the outside hitter, just couldn't get the pass up. But it happens, pressure gets to you. Pressure gets to your nerves. You get nervous. So it is a bit. Everyone is still warming up, so it's Uni off serve.
Beautiful pass.
NTU sending the free ball over. A set to middle. And NTU just couldn't get the ball up, and from that tip, really smart tip there from their middle. She saw that the set is a bit high. She hasn't done her run up yet, so she had to tip, which is she tipped in a very good spot there, which caught the NTU girls off guard.
But you see that they're definitely covering. Oh, unfortunately, hit too hard. But NTU, they're covering tips, maybe not as well as they should, but Uche was on top of it. She was ready to go in. Maybe too many people were ready to go in.
At this part of the game, everyone is still warming up anyway. Everyone is still shaking off from the nerves. Is that out? Yeah, that was out. So that service went out. A little bit too close for comfort there. That was scary close from the line. We got Uche serving on the service line. Really solid player. UON touched by Zara. Tipped by Zara. And a really beautiful set from Uni off here. Really good hustle by NTU. Really good defense here showing by NTU. Sending the free ball over to Uni off. Setting to opposite, which forces a free ball to NTU. Let's see what they're gonna do with it.
Beautiful pass. They could do this.
Zara hitting that really good, quick set. Another free ball for NTU. Let's see what Adriana's.
And a beautiful tip from Adriana. Honestly, that covering was amazing. They trust each other. Sakura came in with covering the backcourt. Honestly, that couldn't have gone any smoother. Great rally.
Yeah, really great rally there. Both teams actually did a really good job keeping the ball up there. I think everyone had the touch of the ball there. All six players each court. A really short serve here from Uche. Tip from Uni off. Ellie Husi gonna set to Zara, but Zara couldn't capitalize with the set. A really good block touch there by middle blocker Zara. And a set to Adriana. And that's...
Wow, just Adriana's coming in with the brilliance, hits. She's got this. What else was I gonna say? There's so much. Honestly, the fact that everybody's, covering and touching shows that they're just a really good team. They can all trust each other. Honestly, Uni of Knots are really putting up a great fight. Would like to see more hits, maybe.
Oh. Ace. Really solid game here so far that we got. Nottingham Trent up by 3 points in the first set. A really good set here.
Oh, the beautiful save from Sakura.
Oh, And a really smart tip there by NTU. They saw that short 5 is open, and they just went with it. Really good court vision right there. Uche on the service line again. I think this is her 4th time serving or 3rd time. Unioff sending another free ball over. Let's see what Trent is going to do with them. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah. The set a little bit too high, a little bit too wide, past the antenna.
Unfortunately, that was a net touch, so even if it was going out with the ball, it was already called out. But, you know, I'm really impressed so far. You know, it's quite a tight game. It's 8-5. You know, Trent really taking the win at the moment. But, you know, anything could happen now. Nice serve from 11. You can see the communication is very good. People are going for balls. Unfortunately, not all of the balls. But, you know, the communication's there. Ellie went for the ball. Uche, you could tell she was ready for it, but Ellie was saying, no, that's mine.
Unioff serving. A really, really tight set so far. 2 points difference. Adriana a little bit shanked received there, and they just NTU just couldn't capitalize from that shank pass from Adriana. But let's see how they recover here mentally, because volleyball is actually a mentally game as well. If you start losing consecutive points, you have to compose yourself, compose the team.
It's a hard thing to do, honestly. You wouldn't think about it, but you really do have to think. Oh, and a brilliant call from Uche going out. So who's serving now? We've got Adriana serving. Strong hitter, so she'll be a very strong server. Have you seen her serve before?
Adriana is actually a really solid server, a really solid hitter as well, a really good all-around player. And that was a really good ace from Adriana.
Perfect example of what you were just
Yeah,
saying.
perfect. Yeah, perfect example. Yeah, she's a really, really nice all-around player.
Unfortunately, just a bit too hard on the service. But you know, the first serve was beautiful, brilliant ace. Honestly, the thing you were talking about before with the mentality, it really does just shake you up. So much pressure can really get to you. Oh, and a solid serve from 25. Nice ace.
That was a really nice serve. Adriana just couldn't get the pass up. It had that little top spin on it. You couldn't tell where the ball was going. Really, really good serve here from number 25. And Trent just got the point back from Unioff missing a serve. The score is 11-9 to Nottingham Trent University at the minute.
See whether or not Zara can get some good serves. She's a strong hitter. It was a brilliant serve. Oh, and a monster block from Emily, number 14. You know, her height helps a lot, but that was a crazy block. That was brilliant.
That was a really, really solid block there from Emily. Really good reaction time. I think that's what happens if you spend a lot of time in Australia.
Especially with professional coaches.
Yeah, with professional coaches. Really, really good game here so far. Adriana, good cover. NTU giving the free ball to Nottingham, the Uni of Nottingham. Oh, there was a bit of a slight miscommunication there from Nottingham Trent. Nobody wanted to get the ball. Everyone just started staring at each other. That's not what we wanted.
It happens a lot though with setting. When the setter's out, it can be really hard to cover the ball. A lot of people freak out. So honestly, it's all about communication. Well, we look like we're having a substitute. Okay, number 17 is coming on to serve, so she must be a good server if she's being substituted now. And a lovely serve. Brilliant cover from Adriana. Oh, and a nice save too. Again, a little less communication than we'd hoped for. And it's out. NTU scores, which means we're serving next.
That was actually a really good line shot there from Unioff. It just didn't have that downward spin enough, just for the ball to go down, just to hit the line. But really good attempt there from Unioff. Ellie, so on the service line. And we have our first rotation error from NTU. Let's see what they got wrong here.
Good reffing going on though. Honestly, it's very hard to referee a game. I've done it myself. It's not very fun. So Twee's doing a very good job to cover and, you know, make it fair for everyone. Although it looks like they might not have a rotation error. Right now, the men's score currently is 17-15 to Trent.
Let's go, Trent!
Jay is having a very fun moment. Okay, whilst we wait for them, I'll talk to you more about the men's team. It was a beautiful tip. And Unioff just managed to get the point. For anyone who's watching, comment down below who you think is the best, you know, best commentator. It's definitely me. I'm the best here. Oh, it still looks like there's a lot of confusion on court right now. So whilst there's confusion, for those who are new to volleyball, never mind, I'm too distracted. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm back.
There's a lot of confusion.
Yeah, a really good game here happening from both sides of the court. Really tight game here from the women's game, to be fair. 13-11. Trent leading by 2 points. It's really hard to just focus on one game, especially if there's two really good games happening on both sides of the court for both men and women. It is the biggest event of the year. So if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please follow the TikTok channel and the Instagram channel for really good content from the Volleyball Society. We do have good socials, so if you are ever interested in playing volleyball, please do come to our Play for Fun sessions every Monday, where everyone is welcome to join. Everyone is welcome to learn how to play volleyball. Everyone is there to have fun as well. Every Monday and I believe every Thursday in Clifton campus as well. We do Play for Fun for volleyball.
So varsity is quite a big thing for us around here. Usually what they do is they tend to get the final years on, so majority of the people you'll be seeing playing today will be final years. We do have a few who are not final years, who might be substituted on later on, like Jaden, who's our foundation. Still looks like there's confusion on court.
the women's game still on hold at the minute. We're not quite sure exactly what happened after the rotational error, but I think Paul, the referee, the main referee, is sorting everything out at the main table right there. So we should be able to get back into the game quite soon. So thank you for the patience to everyone who's watching.
Okay, it looks like we're coming back on court soon. There we go. Okay, so currently the score is 13-11 to Trent. Hopefully that will carry on. Who knows? The service from Uniov. Lovely serve from number 10. That was a good set, just hit not too great. Yeah. Oh, and now we have Ellie on service. Ellie's got a good serve. It's quite high. And a brilliant receive from 17. Oh, and unfortunately not enough coverage. Sakura really tried, but she just couldn't get that ball in time. That was a really good hit from, I think, 11? Now we have Edwards on, serving again. And a beautiful hit from Uche. Honestly, it's a tight game.
That was quite unfortunate there from number 11 from Unioff. Just couldn't get the ball over. She did try just to simply tap the ball over the net, but it's just not enough for it to go. Emily with a good serve again, and Zara with the tip down.
Unfortunately, she reached. So unfortunately, Zara reached. The ball hadn't come over to our side yet, so technically her block did not count. So that is a point to Uniov still.
That's just the curse of being too tall. Yeah. Really solid serve there from Unioff. The NTU just couldn't get it up. Really solid volleyball here from Unioff. 1 point difference for the game. Another really solid serve. A good receive by Sakura. And a really good tip there from Zara.
They just couldn't keep the ball up. Unfortunately, Uniov just couldn't keep the ball up. You know, sometimes it's really hard to cover the middle tips. It seems that might be one of their weaker spots that they're trying to target quite a lot. The service with Adriana again. Lovely serve. Oh, looks like there's another rotation error.
Yeah, if the game is this close, you can't really afford to do any more rotation errors. Especially when it's a really close game like this, in a very big event such as VARSITY, you can't really afford too many rotational errors. You can't afford it.
Yeah, when a game's this close. Love the commentary, guys, from Liam. Thank you, Liam. We're trying our best. First time. Is it your first time as well for commentary?
I actually commentated basketball games, but in my home language. Can't really do it right now because it's English. But if you ever heard them commentary that speaks very fast Spanish, yeah, I can do that. Blah, 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 blah.
It's a very tight game against the men's right now. If you're not thinking about it, I would recommend possibly looking at the score. It's 23 to Uni of Notts and 22 to Trent. Service. Okay, now we've got the women's back on. We have number 11 going in for a serve. Strong serve. And it was out. Unfortunately, sometimes with those floats, you really just can't get the right amount of pressure down. Oh, now we have Adriana on again. In the correct rotation.
Yeah, in the correct rotation. Adriana had a service ace the last time that she served. Let's see if she can do it again. Uni off. Couldn't get the ball over. And a really smart tip from Uni off. They saw one was open. Adriana couldn't really cover deep six that quickly. Really smart play there by Uni of Nottingham.
Honestly, it's quite a common thing, not covering deep. So you trust your back player to cover it, but sometimes, you know, it's just too hard. Okay, lovely hit. That was a touch out from the libero.
Nottingham Trent up by 2 points with Zara serving. Nice simple serve here from Zara and a good tip here from Unioff. Another solid tip here from Emily that just couldn't get picked up by Unioff. Really smart play there by Emily. I don't know if she meant to do it, but it worked out in the end for Nottingham Trent.
Well, it looks like the Trent has lost their first game of men's. Did the men's lose?
Ronaldo Kid, honestly, you guys sound very professional. Keep it up. Thank you, mate. We do try. Appreciate you, Ronaldo. And Uni off with the tip of their own. It's just a battle of tips here at the minute. It's a battle of wits. So, really, tipping can catch anyone off guard in this game. If you can't hit, just tip. But whatever you tip, it's actually quite unpredictable in this sport. And a really strong serve there by Uni off, but just couldn't get it over to Trent's court.
It's currently very close at the moment. You know, Trent only needs 5 more points to win, so could be a lot of pressure.
Honestly, with such a tight game like this, it's actually quite thrilling to watch. It is an honor to watch and commentate this game. Sakura serving for Trent, a really solid hit. That's really solid serve there, which forces Uni off to tip for a free ball for Trent, which Trent gave another free ball back, and just Trent and Uni off just couldn't get the ball over back to Trent.
And you see, you know, Uche was there covering, you know, she was ready for the ball. Even if they weren't coming, she was still ready to, you know, push back. Another strong serve from Sakura. Unfortunately, it was just out.
A little bit long.
Yeah.
Izzy McDonald in the service line for Unioff. Really solid serve. Forces Emily to tip that set for her. Oh. And the point goes to Trent for what was that?
I believe it was a net touch.
It was a net touch. Yeah, for a really tight game like this, you can't really afford a mistake like that. Emily just couldn't get the serve over, unfortunately.
2-point difference. I mean, this is such a tight game. I mean, really is a tight game.
For it being the first set as well, it shows it really shows how badly this team wants this set, and a really bad set there for Ellie. Quite unfortunate, but it happens. Edwards serving for Unioff, which forces an overpass from Trent. Unioff sending a free ball over to Trent. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Adriana forced to tip. Another free ball for Trent. Ellie opting for the middle. It's just a battle of wits here, a battle of tips. Both teams just refuse to hit the ball.
Yeah, they feel like it's trying to be strategy, but honestly, tipping's not always the way. Maybe they're just so used to each other blocking that they're too scared to hit. That's quite a common thing, mindset. I think we definitely have some strong hitters who really deserve to hit that ball and need to hit that ball to get the final 3 points. God, so it's currently neck and neck right now. Anything could happen. It's currently having a timeout. That's Trent's way of telling them, we're going to stop your service. We're going to make sure that, you know, we come through strong and we get these final points.
Yeah, timeout at this time is really helpful for both teams, just to compose themselves, just to have a little mental reset, to strategize a bit about the game, especially for a game that is 22 points apiece. This is anyone's game at the minute.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really tight game. Very, very fun to watch. Quite stressful, actually. Doesn't look like it's starting yet.
So what are your thoughts with Trent's chemistry today? Or do they look good to you? Do they look a bit sluggish at times? So what do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I think they're working well to, you know, push Uni off to their limits, but again, they're losing a lot of points for rotations, so that could just be a communication thing. As you see, like, Freya has not played with the team for a while, so that could add, not saying that it's Freya's fault at all, it's more to do with, you know, not used to communicating with certain players on the team. But, you know, they're going to come back if they just really put in the effort. And a brilliant call to say out. We have the upper hand at the moment. Hopefully we can keep that, you know, 2 more points.
Really tight game here. Like I said earlier, this is anyone's game. As long as both teams don't do any sort of small mistakes, small errors, it should be anyone's set here.
Looks like we have a... Ooh. Okay, just a slow rotation, that's all. Oh. Okay, it looks like the captains are having a little conversation. It could be due to, you know, timing. They might get a warning for, you know, Emily did not swap on as fast as she should have for the libero, so, you know, who knows what's going to happen now. Honestly, this has been a longer game than I anticipated. You can see the girls all huddling together, you know, trying to bring that morale back up. That does look like the game has finished. Unfortunately, because Trent has been taking too long and they've had too many warnings, they've just lost the first game, which is such a shame because, you know, they took that ahead. So that concludes the first set. Uniov have won the first set. It's quite an unfortunate one, you know.
I have never seen that happen, where the referee is just had enough for both warnings, really. I feel like Trent lost composure, lost their head a bit in the game. Their head was not in the game at all, which is quite unfortunate for Nottingham Trent. But let's see and hope that Nottingham Trent can, you know, pick up another set for themselves, tie the set 1-1, hopefully.
Totally, especially because, you know, Trent was definitely, you know, getting somewhere, trying to push themselves in the lead. You know, if they just really, you know, put themselves together a bit more, they could have won. So I think we've got quite a few angry and annoyed faces. Hopefully that doesn't mean that they'll perform any worse than what's just happened. I think what's gone on is, you know, Trent's not been keeping up too much with all the rules. You know, they've had too many rotation errors. They've had too many not coming on in time. You know, the Emily and Freya did not swap in enough time. So I think altogether, you know, the referee just got fed up, which is such a shame. But, you know, they're going to come back stronger. It was such a tight game if they just keep on. If we have a look over at men's as well, it's currently 8-8. Very tight game as well. Honestly, like, these two universities together, they're really putting in the effort. They're definitely, you know, good mix. Definitely fighting for it. How are you feeling, Jay? You disappointed?
I'm honestly in distraught. I wasn't really expecting this to happen, especially as tight a set as that was. Like I said earlier, was you can't really afford many mistakes, especially for a tight set like that. I believe the score was 23-22 before Paul, the main referee, called the set over. So hopefully NTU can get back into their feet. Hopefully the NTU team gets their composure right, gets their head in the game, and hopefully wake up from their past mistakes.
Totally agree with Jay. It is really disappointing. Not just for us, but for them. As you can hear, everyone's trying to boost the morale because sometimes, you know, it just happens and everyone's so stressed that, you know, it just gets in your head. So hopefully the girls will come back stronger. No, I totally agree with you. I think it might just be because of how consistent it was. It did look like the captain of Uniov Knots really did try to, like, you know, say this is unfair on us. So honestly, for them, it's a good move, but it does suck because there weren't enough warnings. Maybe you never know. There could have been warnings when they were bunched up. You know, the two captains went up to the referee a few times to have a chat, so you never knew if there could have been warnings already.
Everyone chanting "Let's go Trent" right now. Should be the start of the second set here.
We have so many viewers now, 17. That's pretty good. Let's go.
Yeah, I hope everyone is enjoying our commentating. If you want us to shout you out, just leave a comment and then we'll leave it. We'll read it. Angelica Louise here seems to be supporting Trent, as you should.
Totally. I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but you know, this is our home team. What can we do? Looks like we're restarting with Trent serving first. Oh, and it looks like we have the setter serving first, so they've rotated once already. And they've got some new players on this time. Who do we have on now? We have Izzy.
At the minute, we got Izzy on the number 23 and Kelly on the number 4. Kelly used to be one of the best players for Nottingham Trent for women's, but unfortunately with injuries, couldn't really motivate her back to playing into the team. But it's really happy. I'm really happy to see her in playing for VARSITY.
Okay, so first service to Ellie. Let's see if she's got the magic hand.
Ellie, a really solid server here. Hopefully she can shake off what happened from the first set.
Oh, they got the wrong ball.
Adriana with a good pass to Ellie here. A set to Izzy. Just too low of a set for her. With Unioff, just couldn't get the ball over there. Whenever you spike a ball, Eloise, what do you think? What goes on in your head whenever you try and spike a ball in this sort of like very tough moments?
Good question. Well, a lot of the time I'm already, there ready. I have quite a good bond with the setter, but honestly what's going through my head is don't screw it up, which is a lot of pressure. It's a lot of, honestly, sometimes when I'm hitting I don't think of anything. What about you, Jay? Just sometimes your mind just goes completely blank. You just want it so much.
Yeah, especially when it's a really close game. My thought is I need to get that ball over, sometimes I try to look where the blocker is, but at the same time, at that moment, it's quite difficult. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of skills and practice to actually see the block whenever you try to hit. Kelly with a really strong hit there, but just couldn't get through their middle blocker.
Honestly, that was an amazing block. They really timed that well, They weren't too close to one side of the net. Unfortunate for Kelly, she's a strong hitter too, so quite a sad moment for Trent. And a lovely serve, quite short. Oh, surely that was reach. No?
Unioff forcing a free ball over to Trent. Ellie using left side here, and a really good hit. A really good hit from Izzy there. Saw the gap between the middle blocker and the opposite and went straight through the middle. That was a beauty. That was certainly a beauty. Kelly serving, and unfortunately it went a little bit too wide, not touching line at all, so it went out.
Possibly a bit rusty.
Possibly a bit rusty. Kelly with a good pass, and Adriana with a good hit. Adriana just so good at seeing that court vision. It's actually impressive for Adriana. Saw that there was nobody short 6, and there was a gap between the middle and the opposite, and just went straight to the middle.
Totally. Very consistent with her, cross-court hitting. It's very impressive. Brilliant cover from 15. The libero is setting. Unfortunately, she's going to get it over again. So, another point. And we have Emily, the left-hander. Very lovely serve, very short serve. Oh, and unfortunately, Emily just didn't get onto that ball.
Yeah, that was a tough angle to actually get the ball up. A really sharp cross hit there from Unioff. Really impressive, really good hit there. Just a bit too difficult for Trent to get that ball up.
Okay, we have the captain, number 11. Beautiful serve, very deep. And a nice controlled push from Adriano, and it worked! That was a very lovely controlled manner.
Really, really smart tip there from Adriana. Saw that the set was a little bit too low and just pushed the ball over to a good spot where Unioff were least expecting it. Really, really smart play there. Easy with a really strong serve. Forces Unioff to tip. Nottingham here trembling. And that was a double touch called in by Paul. Nottingham Trent seems to be not too happy about that call.
Honestly, it's such a shame we haven't seen more of, is it Izzy, number 23? Yeah, you know, really strong, hard sets, not sets, spikes, you know. And look at Adriana with another smash. She is on fire today. Honestly.
Yeah, Adriana's the type of player who, when she gets going, she's actually on the roll. When she gets those hot hands, you can't really stop her cross hit. Adriana with a good serve.
Yeah, I agree with Liam. Should win comfortably if they keep this up.
Adriana with an ace there. Really, really good job there from Adriana. Really solid serve, really solid defender, really solid hitter. We got Adriana on the service line here. Aim for deep 6, which causes Unioff to be a little bit in a shambles. Zara, quick from Zara. And a free ball to Nottingham Trent. Let's see what they're going to do with it. And another tip from Adriana. Really good covering here from Trent. Really good set and dump there, but Unioff picked it up. And a block there from Zara. What a rally here. Nottingham Trent composed. Really composed.
We just lost it.
But it's not enough. Trent there a little bit too wide, and it didn't go through inside the court, which causes an out call from Paul.
We have number 17 now, from what I can remember. Very, very lovely serves. Oh, unfortunately, I think Zara was in the way of Ellie there. You could see that she was not, you know, trusting Ellie to, you know, go for the ball.
Yeah, I used to met Zara from Nottingham Rockets, a local team here in Nottingham, and she actually improved quite a lot. To be fair, it's actually quite pleasing to see that sort of improvement in such a short amount of time. We got a set here and a tip from Unioff.
Very smart tip indeed.
Score now is 8-7, which is a bit 1 point away from being tied. It's such a close game. Got us curling our toes over here.
Very stressed. We should not be this stressed when we're commentating. It looks like Unioff have stepped up their game of covering a little bit more. Unfortunately, the libero Gayatri, she just couldn't get it in time. That was quite a tricky one. It was cross court, but was it in or out? It was very hard to tell until Gayatri was there. And lovely, beautiful serve, but just too strong of a hit. So, oh, it really is neck and neck now.
We got Zara serving for Nottingham Trent. Let's see where she's going to be aiming for. And she's actually opted for a short serve.
What a block from Emily as well.
that is a beautiful block from Emily there. Just middle blocker from Uni of Izzy just couldn't get the ball over, just couldn't get the pass to Emily, which gives Nottingham Trent another chance to serve.
Very consistent serves from Zara so far.
Yes, good up, Zara!
And the ball's still up.
Yes, good up!
What a tip from Ellie. And unfortunately enough, Zara it slipped out her fingers. You know, there wasn't enough blocking there maybe, but still very close.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate slip through the fingers right there. It happens to everyone. It happens to the best of us. Happens to every very experienced volleyball players such as Zara. And Nottingham Trent leaving the ball. Just not ready in time. Giving a point to Uni of Nottingham here. Giving them another chance to serve. Point is quite neck and neck, 10 apiece. And another ace from Uni of Trent here. I really think Trent should call a timeout here just to compose themselves. But I think that they're going to push through the game with this sort of momentum from Uni of Nottingham.
Honestly, I think it's very hard to focus right now due to the other game going on. There's a lot going on, and you know, just sometimes it gets in your head. Now that they've lost a few points, I wonder if maybe they're just a bit stressed out.
Yeah, if in volleyball, whenever you lose consecutive points, you do tend to actually like push to get that next point in, so which which leads to people doing more mistakes. And Emily with a good tip in, but it's working for them, honestly. Trent doesn't need timeouts. What do you think?
I totally agree. You know, Emily came in very smart, beautiful, no one was there. We have Ellie serving again. Ellie has gorgeous high ball. And it is in. That was very close to the line. And a nice high ball. We're going for an opposite hit, which has been blocked. And unfortunately, there was no one to cover.
Nottingham Trent just couldn't get the ball up in time there from that tip from Uni of Trent. Kind of in a shambles at the minute with the consecutive points from the from Nottingham, Uni of Nottingham. Uni of Nottingham is getting a lot of momentum here. It's we are in a bit of a pickle here if this keeps happening.
So we've just had a substitute. Or just not low enough. Unfortunately, Kelly got a ball to the chest, so she just couldn't get it up. But, you know, the girls were there to try and cover as hard as they can. And a very smart move, I think. Timeout is definitely the right move for Trent. You know, they're losing a lot of points. They just need a breather to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, at this point, Trent does need a timeout just for a little breather, just to have a little talk on what they need to do, what they need to be improved on, and just a little bit of a knock in the head, really. Their head is clearly not in the game. Everyone is rusty. Everyone is out of sync. So hopefully this timeout helps not only Trent but Uni off as well, but mostly Trent, because Trent needs it more at the minute.
Okay, we're starting back up after a timeout. See if they can break the serve.
Yeah, Kelly just couldn't get that ball up. Really, really good serve there from Nottingham, Uni of Nottingham, and that's just a bit unfortunate, really. Couldn't get that touch up, which gives another serve to Nottingham, Uni of Nottingham. A really good up there from Adriana. Izzy with a good roll over to the other side of the court. A really good hit from Uni of Nottingham there. That was A really good hit from Nottingham, Uni of Nottingham there. Saw the gap in between middle and the opposite and just went straight to in between the blockers. That is a tough shot.
You know, I think this might be where they get the upper hand. You know, Trent's not hitting as much as they can, and the receives maybe a bit sloppy with this one service. So I think now Uniov are just pushing as much as they can with their hits, you know. Very consistent.
Yeah, Trent here is in a bit of a pickle. Just couldn't get any of the serves up. Just you can see Eloise there, my co-commentator, supporting Trent. And another serve to Uni of Nottingham. Adriana with a good up, and no one was there to get it. That was very unfortunate. Uni off up by a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna say, whoever wins this game has bragging rights.
Unfortunately, that was their one opportunity, you know, to get the ball up. And it just looks like they're all too nervous to, you know, do anything about it. No one's watching the ball anymore. It's become very sloppy, very fast.
Yeah, you can see the panic in Trent's eyes. They need to compose themselves. They need to have a little bit of a breather, a little bit of reset, because the passes are not there at the minute. A free ball for Uni of Nottingham. Finally, Trent got a score from that consecutive points from Uni of, and it was a mistake from Uni of Nottingham.
Very consistent serves though. Number 15 has outdone herself. I mean, if that was me in that situation, I don't think I would have been able to serve so many times. Yeah, it just looks like they've lost all composure now, like 8 points ahead. There is still a chance they could bring it back, but you know, it doesn't look like it in the way they're performing.
Yeah, we got Angelica Louise here saying, can we get the ref out? Yeah, which one? Free ball for Uni of Nottingham here. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Another free ball for Trent, and Izzy decided to opt for hitting line, and Trent just can't get it up. That was painful to watch. That was so frustrating to watch. In such a big game like this, you can't really blame the players for not being composed. With a lot of people watching you, it just makes you nervous.
Honestly, with all of the balls that Adriana's getting up, I feel like everyone's feeling the pressure. Unfortunately, I think that was it was a net touch. We've got a bit of anger on court.
The score right now is 22-12 to Uni of Nottingham. Quite a big lead here built up by Uni of, and that is another point that goes to Uni of Nottingham. Trent just can't compose themselves. They can't get a breather.
After such a close first start, they've just, you know, gone downhill, and I feel like it's because they're not communicating. You see Adriana going for that ball, and still other people, you know, they're going for it too. There needs to be at least one clear voice, and nobody is telling them who needs to go for the ball. They need to fight for it now.
Ellie set for Adriana, and that was in. Perfect hit. Hopefully that point relights Nottingham Trent's fire at the minute, because they do need that point. They desperately need that motivation. Emily on the serve. And Adriana just can't get it up, hits the net, and such a tough angle to get the ball up, really. Ronaldo saying Ellie must be tired due to running fast. At least, well, being a setter means to be running a lot on the court, really. Setter touches the ball the most in a game, so you need to run as fast as possible to get the ball up whenever or wherever the pass goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite an important month for Ellie, you know. She's fasting, that means, you know, there's not much energy in there. She can't really drink as well, so she could be dehydrated. And, you know, I feel like Ellie, you know, she's really working hard to, you know, keep that ball up in the air.
Izzy with a really good ace serve there. Uni of Nottingham just couldn't get the ball up. Trent can maybe gain some momentum here.
You know, at the least they can gain as many points as, you know, possible. They really want to hold on to that. Because even if there's 1 point left, they still want to fight. And that is it.
And that was a call for net touch by Paul, the referee. I'm afraid Uni of Nottingham just got another set against Nottingham Trent University. So frustrating to see. The girls uncomposed. The girls can't communicate. Couldn't bounce back really on that set. The score now is 2-0. And hopefully Trent gets back in their feet.
There's a lot of proud Uni of Notts supporters right here. Got some surrounding us, it's quite loud. I feel like maybe Trent needs to, you know, chant a bit more to support their people, because the girls are, you know, they're playing hard. It was quite close the first set, and the second one for maybe halfway through. So they just need to keep going with that. Do you think they'll switch it up a little bit?
Hopefully they do, really, because they need this set. They're up. Uni of Nottingham is up by 2 sets. And and NTU is not in a position where they can't really relax, so they actually have to put the pedal to the metal in this third set to actually gain those 2 sets back and force a 5th set. Really, just try and force a 5th set by NTU here, but at the minute, Uni of Nottingham on the high road at the minute, 2-0. They can relax a bit. They can play a bit more loose compared to Nottingham's really rough start here today.
Hopefully the girls win the next set. You know, we're not done yet. We still want to see, you know, as many sets as possible. Uni of getting very excited, proud of themselves. We want that for Trent too. So I wonder how they're going to change the set this time. Who's going to be on? It feels like maybe the first set was a bit more consistent apart from the rotations.
Yeah, Liam here saying Nottingham Trent needs to have a complete mindset change. We agree with that. They need to actually wake up and actually think of a good strategy here. They need to be smart on who they actually put in as well. We need more consistent players on the court. At the end of the day, it is leavers game, so everyone in this game is going to be leaving for the next year. But at the same time, it is such an important game of the year. So we'll see who wins this third set. Hopefully, Nottingham Trent gets back into their feet.
It's very unfortunate because we have a lot of third years leaving this year. So, you know, the trend dynamic could change quite a lot. Hopefully we'll have some brilliant newcomers. Definitely in the Play for Funds and the rec team, we can see some people, you know, really shining, hopeful for next year. You see everyone in Trent really trying to boost that morale for the girls. Looks like we've gone for a very similar set from the first one. We have now, instead of Ellie as a setter, we have Lauren. Uche is back on court. Sakura. I think that's Freya, I believe, and Izzy.
Alright, the third set comes underway with Unioff serving first. Hopefully this set goes as tight as the first set goes. Nottingham Trent needs to bounce back from the loss of the first two sets.
Nice up.
Really good receives here from University of Nottingham. Sends a free ball over to Nottingham Trent. Let's see what they're going to do with it. Uche playing as middle now. She played opposite for the first set. Uche trying to hit the ball on the middle blocker's hands, but just couldn't find the touch. That was very unfortunate. Point goes to Uni of Nottingham.
It seems like the communication may have gotten a bit better. Could be to do with, you know, change of people.
Really good hit there from Izzy, catching the blocker's hands, forcing a block touch that went outside the court. Point is one apiece with Sakura serving. Really good spiker Sakura is, but not a really good server for today, I'm afraid. Just couldn't get that serving. I think it's the pressure, the nerves. A little bit shaky here for the start of the third set. Good up there by Sakura. A little bit too close to the net. Lauren just couldn't get the ball up from that pass.
There's a lot of strategy. You know, you want that ball to the setter, the second ball, and sometimes if it's too close to the net, she's just not going to be able to, you know, get that ball up for the hitter to just hit the ball. And what a smash! Honestly, Izzy timed that perfectly. You know, number 15 just really couldn't touch that ball properly. It slipped out her fingers.
And we got Uche, our social sec, serving. Really good person, really good energy to vibe with. She brings it on and off the court. And that was a really good ace serve from her as well. That was such a really good, well-needed point from Nottingham Trent.
Honestly, you know, you'd be lucky to have Uche on your team. She brings everyone, you know, the energy and the happiness. And you know what? She's a very consistent player too, because you can see from her serves. And I feel like maybe the team is working a bit better. Maybe not just Uche, but like it seems they're a bit more ready for the ball this time. That block was incredible.
Good cover. Good set. A really good rally going on here. That ends with Unioff. Just couldn't get the ball over to Trent's side, so the point goes to Trent there. Really good momentum. A really good start here for the start of the third set for Trent.
You know, Trent's got their spark back now, it looks like. Think there is it looks like a substitute with Ellie back on. Right, let's see what we can do with this. Another lovely serve from Uche. And what looks like maybe not the best set. Nice.
Yeah, just couldn't get the ball over there by Uni of Nottingham, which lead to a 3-point for Nottingham Trent. So score is 5-3 right now, so Nottingham Trent is up by 2 points. So hopefully they hold on to their lead. Hopefully they keep this morale up. Really, really good game here so far. Really good set here from Trent.
Again, Uche is playing particularly well with her serves. Very consistent. Big push. Sakura covering that area. And a strong hit from Adriana, but they've pushed it. They've kept it alive. The ball is still up.
That pass is a little bit too tight from the net for any of the girls to get it. Unfortunately, that was a tough angle to get the ball up. Honestly, so we got number 11, the captain for Uni of Nottingham, serving. Hopefully, Nottingham Trent will keep her to just one serve. Nottingham Trent forced to send a free ball over to Unioff, and that was a very smart tip from Unioff. Saw that number one was open, no one was really looking and guarding that position, so it was a really easy tip for Uni of Nottingham. That was a really good court vision there.
Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of strategy going on in this game. You know, it seems like Trent have got their spark back, so Unioff are definitely going to be pushing them a little bit more. Unfortunately, the set maybe a bit too close to the net. They're doing a lot of deep balls now. They've noticed covering is not as great deep. Very smart.
Sakura just couldn't really get that ball up. It was a little bit too hard to reach. Trent here starting to show a little bit of signs of fatigue. Not just physically but mentally as well. Losing consecutive points like that must be daunting for them. Adriana with a really good pass that led to a really good hit from Izzy that went out. That was a really close call. Really good hit from Izzy. Nottingham Trent wasn't really too happy about the call. They were expecting a touch from one of the blockers, but just couldn't. What do you think Nottingham Trent is supposed to be working on right now? So what should there be focus just to get a little bit more points into the game, just to get back? What do you think they should be doing?
It's a good question. I think two main things. First of all, the morale's very low. They need to boost that back up. And then I think, honestly, they're lacking in the receives. The receives aren't doing too well at the moment. But, you know, I think with a little bit more pressure, you know, they could do really well. Got Izzy now, very, very strong service. Just hopefully she gets it, you know, in, not too far out. And unfortunately, it's just not high enough.
Yeah, that was a service that you need to actually get in. Unfortunately for Izzy, just couldn't get the ball in to the Uni of Nottingham's court. Uni of Nottingham serve. Free ball to Nottingham. Uni of Nottingham led to a tip. Another tip from Nottingham Trent here. Uni of Nottingham a little bit of a shambles, forcing a free ball to Nottingham Trent. Another free ball for Uni of. And another free ball for Trent. We're seeing an awful lot of free balls here. And a good hit from RG that gets easily picked up by number 4, their libero. A really good rally going on here, with both teams just refusing to give up. A good hit from Izzy McDonald, the middle blocker for Unioff. That was such a really good rally, which ended up in favour of Unioff Nottingham.
I think it's such a shame. It's just, it seems like maybe the receives are just not as good as they would usually be. A lot of silence from their side of court, honestly. Oh, that was very, very close from Emily. You know, quick work right there. Feels like Uniov maybe not as pushing as hard anymore. And it's clear. Very smart push, very smart tip. We've got Adriana now.
Adriana, a girl from Spain. Representing Spain, 5'4", serving. A really good spiker, a really good server, really good receiver. And a really good ace from Adriana from Spain, representing Spain. Bravo, bravissimo.
Honestly, I feel like maybe Adriana should be MVP. Very consistent in service, spikes, even just getting the ball up. She is honestly really, really impressed us today. If not, she should be proud of herself, not just the team. And a nice backcourt hit. Again with Adriana, you know, pushing that ball up.
Trent still struggling to get the ball up, to get the ball over. It's that part of the game where you can't really afford any mistakes. No matter how small it is, you can't really afford any mistakes, especially when you're down 2 sets. Uniov serving. A set to the lefty, Emily. Uniov Nottingham forcing a tip. That gives another opportunity for Uniov Nottingham to score, but couldn't. Good rally here for both teams. Really good pickups. And a really lovely hit for Emily, the middle blocker, the lefty middle blocker. As a lefty who plays volleyball, it's actually really tough to get that ball up and block it, because you really don't know what to expect when they're hitting the ball.
And honestly, for a lefty, it's a very different pattern for them. You know, the setter has to adjust to the way they want the ball, slightly different on the arms. So she's honestly playing very well for something that maybe not other people have. A very good tip. But they're fighting for the ball. You know, Uniov really want this set. They really want to win. They're not going to let Trent win very easily. You know, they're calm and collected. So currently 2 points ahead, Uniov. But, you know, anything can happen again. The team just needs to, you know, take a deep breath, communicate maybe a bit better, get those, you know, balls up. Struggling with service at the moment, I think. Unfortunately, as I said, they're not getting those receives from the service at all. Really struggling with that, which is now not giving Ellie, you know, the upper hand.
Uniov up by 3 points. A really good hit there by Sakura. Hit the arm, forces the ball to go outwards. Really, really good hit.
Honestly, Jay, I'll tell you now, it's very hard not to yell into the mic for every point that we score. Very tempting to, you know, really celebrate. Good call for number 11. Just too far to the side. But, you know, they've got a chance. They're not too far behind, not like last set, so still have a good chance.
Yeah, Nottingham Trent here needs to have a little bit of a reset here. They still have a chance. It's not really the end of the world yet. So as long as they keep themselves really composed and wait for Uniov Nottingham to make those kinds of mistakes, we do have a chance here, Eloise. As long as Uniov Nottingham is making those silly mistakes, wait for Uniov Nottingham to make those mistakes, get those 3 points, we can get back into this game.
Honestly, it seems like, you know, Uniov might be getting a bit tired now. Trent have been pushing them and it seems to be working out, you know. 2 points scored just now. If they keep going like this, you know, they could really, you know, pass and win against Uniov.
let's just hope that momentum actually shifts to Nottingham Trent here with Sako serving. Really good up here by Uni of Nottingham, which forces a really made a mistake on calling the ball. Izzy's fault, it was going out. Just really couldn't. Free ball to Uni of Nottingham. A pipe attack. Ellie setting to Izzy. Let's see what Izzy is going to do. A really good cross hit there. Really good up. Really good set by Uni of Libero. Uni of Libero, but just couldn't get the ball over. Uche, the social sec, serving again.
One of the social sex.
Whoa, yeah, one of the social secs. Such a pleasure playing volleyball with these lot. These lot are leaving this year. Every single one of them is such a pleasure to be around with. Really good people, really good vibes, really good energy. What they bring to on and off the court is actually really commendable. They did a really good job this year. A tip from Unioff. A really good dive there by Adriano, but just couldn't get it up. Just couldn't get it up by Ellie there. Good hustle by Adriana. That was a really good dive just to get the ball up. Adriana is on fire today, honestly.
Honestly, she's fighting for that ball. She really wants this set. And I think the girls are showing now that they really do. They just need to push it a bit more. And what a serve. That was a really, really beautiful serve. Very downward. Honestly, I think it's the issue for them is just the serve receives.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't play volleyball, serve receive is the most difficult skill to learn in volleyball. You have to actually have that sort of mental and physical traits that Trent here is not really quite showing. Trent forcing a timeout, which is quite needed, in my opinion here. Trent really need to have a little mental reset. Trent really need to put their act together. Really need to start playing Trent volleyball.
You know, we've seen these girls play before. They're good. They just need to be in the right mindset. And I think hopefully this will bring them up. But I do agree. Honestly, they are just scoring 2 points, getting comfortable, and then just losing them very easily. They need to, you know, push and really show that they want that ball more than they're, you know, letting on right now. If they can get this ball, and, you know, we need some consistent serves and consistent rallies.
A lot of Trent supporters in the building today. Hopefully that will help our players gain a little bit more of a morale. Give the audience a good show. Good save there by Freya. Nottingham Trent, a little bit of a shambles. Free ball to Unioff. Pipe attack, which easily got picked up by Freya. Audrey hitting another one of those sweet cross court, which got picked up. Really good saves, really good rally here going for the girls. And a little bit of a miscommunication, a little bit of a mistake from Unioff, which cost them that point, that crucial point. At this point, at this point of the game, you actually need to be more composed. That point was worth a lot in terms of mentally boosting the morale of your teammates and for the entire game.
You know, we're seeing a lot more in that rally, a lot more spikes that were very consistent. It seems like the girls really want this ball now. You know, they're pushing for it. They are hitting that ball. Chasing the ball very well. Unfortunately, just not the right angle for Adriana. But you know, they're showing they want this ball now. They really need that spike. Because when they do hit it, they're powerful. The tactical pushes are not always working for them. Unfortunately, you don't want to be losing that type of serve right at the game. Yeah, I think 23 possibly have lost a bit of composure. You know, she's quite a strong hitter, so it's quite sad to see that, you know, she's not really going for them balls.
Score now is 15-19 to Uni of Nottingham. Uni of Nottingham is actually putting up a really solid performance here for us today. Trent just couldn't get the ball up. I think they are showing a lot of signs of fatigue, a really strong sign of mental strain. Just couldn't get back to their feet. Sakura with a good hit, but just couldn't get the ball in. The girls in Nottingham Trent just seemed to not be happy with that call. They were expecting a block touch, but there was no touch that was given. Uni of Nottingham again with the serve. Zara here, the middle blocker, having a little word with Paul, the ref. Uni of Nottingham still serving.
You know, they really need these points now, so they're really, like, you know, trying to call for, if they see a touch, they're trying to force it on the ref. Honestly, this could be the make or break. If the referee doesn't see it right, you know, they're going to try and push for that point. Unfortunately, I just don't think they're pushing hard enough. They're not focusing.
I personally think they're in their heads now. It's more of a mental game here now. They just can't get back into their feet. Uni of Nottingham showing a force. Too much to handle by Trent at the minute. Really good ups here still by Trent. And a really good hit by Sakura. Sakura, a really good line shot there. Looked like she was going for the cross, but she swung a little bit too more to the left, forcing a line shot. That was a really good hit.
Honestly, Sakura, really strong hitter, very consistent. I think her dad was a volleyball player as well, so, you know, she's been playing for a while. A smart move, just maybe too low of a set to hit. Playing very smart again. Possibly for, oh, could have been a hit there, maybe not really trusting herself too much.
Really good rally here going on for the girls. Really good ops by the libero. That forces a point for Uni of. Everyone is stressed out. Everyone just don't seem to not be happy with their own performance here today. Nottingham Trent needs to get back in their feet if they want to stay in this game, or else it will be a 3-0 finish.
Honestly, we expect better from Trent. Oh, what a hit. Very, very beautiful. You know, it was slightly a hit, slightly a tip, just what they need. You know, it would be a shame for Trent to go with, you know, 3-0. they really need to push this back. And I think Sakura serves could possibly do that. Nice controlled serve, quite high. Beautiful cover, just pushed it too far. And calling a timeout. It's looking very close.
Mizzy here, asking who's the commentators. It's my name is Jay.
And I'm Eloise.
Yeah, and we play for Nottingham Trent for men's 2 and women's 2, and we're both opposite hitters. I'm the captain for the men's 2 team. Yeah, it's such a high honor to play volleyball in such.
Say that, Jay, because I'm vice captain for my team. You know, just not getting that edge.
I mean, it's not really a competition here, Eloise.
I don't know. Maybe for someone who's first year, already coming up in those ranks.
I'm maybe a second year, but at least I'm captain. You're only a vice captain.
Oh, shout out to Mizzy. We love Mizzy. It's a very tight game now, you know. Uniov only need 2 more points to win, so Trent really need to push these. And Uniov are not going to go out easily. Good call from Sakura.
Trent just can't get themselves back up into their feet. Free ball here for Uniov. A really good set here for Adriana and a tip, but got picked up by Uniov. A good up there by Sakura. Force another tip, which the libero picked up. Another good up there by Sakura. Really good rally here going on. Another free ball here for Uniov. And a pipe attack. That got blocked by Zara! That was a really good block by Zara. A really monster block there from the pipe attack from Uniov. Just wouldn't let just Zara not letting that ball through. Really good job there for Zara. Hope that gains more momentum for Trent here to retake that set.
Perfectly positioned.
Ellie setting for Izzy. And that was a really good tip there from Izzy. A really good tip there for Deep 5. All the fans here in the stadium really loving the performance here.
Honestly, I think Izzy's learnt now, you know, a lot of the time when she was tipping very short when the libero was crawling up, and really she should have been pushing it back, and she's figured it out, and she has pushed, you know, the libero to, you know, her wits end.
Timeout here going on. Hopefully there's a little bit of a mental reset. Score very tight with 2 sets to Uni of Nottingham. Trent needs to win this set just to get a little bit of an edge, just to have a little bit of a chance to push this set into 5 sets and win the game.
Honestly, the way they're playing now, I really think they could. And they need this. They need this to, you know, push themselves. And unfortunately, there is 1 more point. So Trent is going to have to push themselves really hard now.
That score is 21 and 24.
Let's go, Trent!
It can't really get as close as this. We are at the edge of our seat. Trent needs the point here. Trent needs to come back. Everyone cheering for Trent. The dream. The team. And Zara just couldn't get it over. Uni of Nottingham winning the game 3-0. That was heartbreaking. That was truly heartbreaking.
Honestly, Jay, that game stressed me out so much I cut my lip. Really, just a really sad moment for Trent. You know, honestly didn't play as well as they should have. But Uniov should be proud of themselves. You know, they kept their composure very well.
Yeah, really well played here by Uniov Nottingham here. Really strong team, really strong lineup. Really caught Trent off guard there. I think Trent just got into their head a little bit all throughout the game. Just couldn't compose themselves. Just couldn't get back into their feet. But really well done for both teams here. Really well done.
And I'll tell you what, it was an entertaining game. Me and Jay have been standing up and down the entire time. Honestly, the girls should be proud of themselves. You know, last game did really well. Maybe not as well in some areas, but you know, especially Uniov really pushed and it worked for them. And honestly, Trent as a team, they are a good team. Just low morale that day. Very exciting win for Uniov. They're looking very happy.
Very well deserved win here for Uniov Trent. They honestly prepared for the game better, mentally and physically as a team. They deserve this win. Yeah, Trent here ending their winning streak. Really well deserved win here from Uni of Nottingham. Well fought.
Winning some mini eggs.
They're getting some mini eggs here as a reward. Thank you for the comments about the commentators. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
You reckon we can start commentating?
Now, the question is, would you guys like to also watch the men's? Because I feel like we might be better commentators than Seb and Nathan. Just saying. We haven't heard. We don't know.
Yeah, the men's game is still underway. We can.
That's a smart idea, dude.
That's our view right there. I don't even know what the score is for men's.
Yeah, you guys are better.
Yeah, you guys are better. That's really sweet. What do you think about the Trent and Uni of rivalry between the men's team?
Oh, well, I know a lot of them know each other quite well, so, you know, there's a lot of friendly anger towards each other. I believe some of the men's in Uni of are actually Omer's students. He coaches some of them, so this is quite a strange game to play, I guess, but been very impressed. Like, the boys were losing 2-0 and, you know, they clutched. They came in with that 2-1 and now they just got to fight for the 5 sets now.
Everyone is wondering where they would find the men's volleyball stream. It's in Trent TV. If you look up in the YouTube channel, just look up Trent TV and you should be able to find the volleyball men's live stream there.
Brilliant, cool.
And we got our former MVP here, Adriana. Adriana, where do you think where it went wrong? What went good? What went bad? What do you think?
They stole our first set. That was, I don't know why the ref did that. That's crazy. Do you see what happened? We were leading and we had 2 points to win. And then because we were in rotation foul, he was like, nah, I'm giving them the set. And I was like, what? We were leading.
You played well. We were like,
Oh, we're all connected. That's so cute.
Yeah. Oh, really good up there by Kieran.
Fan here, Mrs. Don't Nathan and Seb look so
Yeah.
cute over there.
Shortly from now, we're gonna grab the scores for men's team. Just give us 2 minutes while you guys watch.
Currently setting up with the help of IBK. Shout out IBK. Honestly, I think the men's have a fighting chance of winning. See the way they play. Arta just played a very crazy shot right there.
What's the score?
It's 17-17.
Where did the toilet?
Currently do not have a scorer. Bear with 2 seconds. It's currently 17-17. Tied. And Henry has scored that point with the touch of a block. We currently have Kyle ready to serve the ball with our president of volleyball. Unfortunately, I think he maybe threw it too high and ran too far. Oh, never mind. Wasn't ready to whistle. He did it for nothing. I have chili on my fingers. Okay. You're gonna have me for a bit. Jay has gone to use the little boy's room. Honestly, a very exciting game for Trent on this side. They were losing, coming back. And Kyle messed that up a second time. It's okay. I'm sure they can recover. Very tight game between these two. Ethan is currently standing next to me. Missy's asking for you.
Hi, Mizzy. Oh.
Hi, Mizzy.
Loving Kyle's shoes. Very blue. Oh, lovely. Oh, right past the block. Lovely hit. Maybe didn't, not the correct contact point. I believe that was Zara's brother that just hit then. Both siblings been playing in the tournament. Unfortunately, not enough covering on the left-hand side. Oh, brilliant cover from Kyle. Knew that tip was coming. And they're trying to push into a blind spot. Oh, just not blocked hard enough. Sometimes that happens. Honestly, men's games, the force is just significantly more aggressive than the women's. Not the right service. Tried to go for a float jump. Didn't really get the right contact point. Just too low. Service, we have Arta. Again, it seems like not very consistent in the service department, which is very unfortunate. Because a lot of these boys have brilliant jump serves if they execute them properly. Zara's brother coming for a serve. Not the best receive. Lovely control though. Angus really saw the opportunity there. And no cover. Maybe the libero is getting tired. Another service from Zara's brother.
I think we need.
Maybe not the best receive from Henry straight over. They can bring it back. Nice set from Kyle, maybe a bit too low.
Uni of Nottingham seems to be leading with just 1 point. With Nottingham Trent serving. Everyone in the sports hall, really loud crowd here. We got a more fast pace.
What did the comments say? People like talking. Yeah, like what kind of things?
Like very like constructive criticism and saying like
Really good up here by Henry. Kieran only managed to get the ball over, and a hit from Zawa that hit the net, which touched the floor. That was quite unfortunate from Trent there. Trent forcing a timeout in this game. Really needed timeout here. Only 1 point for Uni of Nottingham to win the entire game. You can see the crowd in here. Everyone just seems to be supporting their respective unis. Uni of Nottingham doing the final serve. Saved there by Omer, which forces a free ball for Uni of Nottingham. And a block touch. Uni of Nottingham wins another game for the men's. Trent losing both games for men's and women. Just couldn't get a dub today.
I tell you what though, they fought for that. Compared to the women's, the boys really fought for it. A very close game. You know, they won the third set, just couldn't bring it back in the fourth set. You know what? Very proud of Trent today though.
Very proud of Trent today. Both teams played really well. Both men's and women's did their best. And yeah, it was fun commentating this. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I would love to do this again. I had a lot of fun, you know, really good partner as well. Just really fun day with a lot of technical support.
Commentator, appreciate the ones that say in the chat that they appreciate the commentators.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that. I think that's it for today. Both games won by Uni of Nottingham. Well-deserved win for the both teams, and it's such an honor to commentate both of them. Once again, I'm Jay.
And I'm Eloise.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. See you guys in a bit.